everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV here on Uncle Ben's farm. This is episode number 13. Alright, so our soybeans are growing and we've got a little problem here. So we've got half the field that has grown to the second stage and half the field that is still on the first stage. Nonetheless, the entire field is filled with weeds. So we've got a weed problem again. We've got to get a weeder and we've got to get rid of these weeds before anything else grows to another stage. I'm not sure that we can remove all of the weeds from both fields at this point, so we're going to have to make do with what happens. Checking our silage here, we're at 47% fermentation, so that's pretty good. I guess it's on its way. It's almost halfway. So we've got a while before we have to start loading up the silage into a trailer and doing something with it. But we don't have a trailer. So right now we're going to head over to the shop. We're going to get a tractor and a weeder. And you can see we're just about $50,000. Just a hair over $50,000 in the bank. So we don't have a lot of money to play with. So tractor and weeder, and then after that there's nothing else to do except wait for the soybeans to grow, and that baffles me why half the field is grown faster than the other half of the field. We planted it at the same time. So there is our tractor and weeder that we've already purchased, so we can get moving with that. I purchased that off camera, which brought us down to $50,000. So we've got the Valtra N134 and our trusty blue weed machine that we just attached to the back of the tractor here. And then we move forward with, actually first we need to get GPS. I forgot to get GPS. You can see that there's no GPS icon on the bottom corner there. And because we leased this tractor, we are not able to customize it. So if it was our own tractor, and we had purchased this, we would be able to customize, but since it's a lease, we have to make do with what we have. So I'm not even sure if this is going to work. Let's go and test this out. I'm pretty sure the soybeans in that one half of the field that have grown to the second stage are now grown too much, I think. If they were in the first stage of growing, you could drive over it, but I think these tires on this particular tractor are just a little too thick at this point, and they may damage the crops, they may not. We're going to have to test that out. So I think, and this is completely my fault, we've made a critical error in leasing this tractor. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but we're just going to drive over a little bit of the crops here just to see what happens. And yeah, they are being destroyed. So we can't actually use this weed. We can't use this tractor. Well, we can use this tractor, but we've just got to change the wheels. But since we're not able to customize the tractor, let this be a lesson to everyone. If your crops grow too far, you need thin tires so that you don't destroy the crop. So now what we've got to do, we've got to completely return this tractor and lease the same tractor again, but with skinny tires and GPS. And that is going to put a big dent in our bank account, but hopefully we can make it up with the soybeans. This was a critical error on my part, and I completely take full responsibility. We cannot damage those crops in hopes that the rest of the undamaged crops will save us, because, you know, let's be honest, we need money. So let's go and get that Valtra tractor again. We will add GPS to it this time. First, we're going to switch the tires. There we go. So thin tires on your tractor will not damage the crops. So let that be a lesson to everyone. And there's the GPS. All right. Perfect. So now we've got the new tractor, and we are down to, what's that say, $43,000. We basically just wasted $7,000. But now we've got thin tires, and we should be able to de-weed that field here. Hopefully everything will be okay. Okay. Let's get this. Let's just test. There we go. So thin tires, not destroying the crops. Thick tires destroy your crops. Okay. I don't know if the thin tires are going to affect the traction or not. Hopefully it doesn't affect the horsepower or whatever. Let's just get this weeding done. And then we can basically just take some time, I guess. Wait for the crops to grow, and then hopefully harvest will be a little better. And then we can harvest all of these soybeans in this field and the back field. And then when we sell them, hopefully we'll have enough to get our own tractor, so that we don't have to keep wasting money. Let's, don't think I have a GPS track set up for this weeder. I do not, so let's set that up real quick. There we go. Line's on. Go back here. Set the heading to 0. And again, I'm not even sure what that does, but we'll call this weeder. 15-meter weeder. The 15-meter weeder. And there we go. So now we're good. We should be able to just lower the weeder and start driving. And then life will be good. The GPS lines are all set up. All right. What's happening here? Oh, I raised it by accident. There we go. We are on our way. Weeds look to be coming out of the field perfectly. All right, let's just have a look here at the map. Weeds coming out. Weeds, yes, weeds are coming out, except for that one little spot that I drove over at the beginning. All right, so we are going to weed as much as we can. Like I said, I'm not sure if we can get all of the weeds out from that side of the field as well, because I'm not sure if we have to wait a few minutes for, and not a few minutes, a few days for the other side of the field to grow, which I'm still not sure why or how that happened. But anyways, let's get all of this weeding done, and then we'll check back with you probably tomorrow. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break. It's 5:54, and it's almost the end of the day, so maybe we'll wait a day. Maybe the crops will be ready to harvest, maybe they won't, but we'll check back in with you in a few short little whiles. Don't go anywhere. All right, so it's the next day. We waited overnight, and it looks like everything is ready to harvest. We did get the weeds out from this side of the field, but the weeds did not come out of the other side of the field that was behind in a growth stage, and the weeds also did not come out of the field in the back. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But good news, our silage is ready. It's at 100% fermentation, so we can open up the bunker just like that. And now our silage is ready to put into a trailer and sell. But the only downside is silage is only $149 right now. But I think because of our little tractor error and that little $7,000 mishap, we may have to bite the bullet, and we may have to sell it anyway. But the good news is we can harvest the soybeans in both fields. So we'll take a little drive back to this field back here, field number 11. And then we'll give you just a little look at all of the 100% weeds that are growing in this field here. For some reason, I was only able to get the weeds out of half of, or just this one little sliver of field on this side. You can see on this side, we've got 100% weeds. And on this side, we have 0% weeds. So I'm not really sure what happened here, but we were only able to de-weed just maybe a third of that field. It went all the way to the back with the weeder, and then it just stopped working. So I'm not sure if it was faulty equipment or something in the field that just glitched, or I don't know, but we're gonna have to deal with the weeds right now anyway. And we are sitting at what, $40-something thousand, $44,000. So now we've got to spend more money. We've got to get a harvester, a header, and a trailer and a tractor to pull the trailer. So we've got to get that done. The good news is we could use that trailer to get the use the trailer for the silage as well. Soybeans right now, are $848 per thousand and going down. So I don't know if today is a good day to sell the soybeans. We might just store them in our silo until that price raises a little bit. But we are gambling with our future here on Uncle Ben's farm because we need money, and we need money fast. And I don't know. I don't really want to resort to doing contract work every time we need money. That kind of defeats the purpose of trying to make Uncle Ben's farm work, you know. It is a safety net and it's good in a pinch, but we really never know if Uncle Ben's farm is going to work until we make it work. So we've got the John Deere harvester. Now we just need a header for that John Deere harvester. I think this is the one that fits here, this $49,000 one. It's only a few $1,000s to lease it, so I think that's what we're going to do. Then we need to buy we need to lease a tractor and a trailer. So let's go, I think we're going to go with this Stera tractor right here for $110,000, and we're going to lease that bad boy. Now we don't need GPS on this one. We don't need thin tires because we're just pulling a trailer with it. It's not going to be in the field at all going over the crops. And then we need a trailer, so let's go look at a trailer. Now we've got a lot of soybeans and a lot of silage, so I'm thinking maybe this one with 31,000 liters of space would do good. The Stera will pull it okay, even though the Stera only goes 26 miles an hour. We do have all the things in place right now to harvest the soybeans, store the soybeans, or sell them. We haven't decided that yet. And then load up the silage and then sell it. Although we are going to have to figure out a way to get the silage out of the bunker and into the trailer. So I think conveyor belts, they do lease conveyor belts in the shop. So maybe we'll look at that. Once we're done with the soybeans, we can look at hauling out all of that silage. And then even at $149, we are going to have to sell that silage right away. I think, look at our bank account. We just took a huge hit. We're down to $19,000. So hopefully we can maybe play it safe and store the soybeans in the silo until the price goes up. And then we can look at selling them. Maybe $848 is not the way to go. Maybe we should wait a little bit. Oh, look at all those weeds. The weeds didn't even come out of there. Okay. So we have to run all the way back, grab the harvester, start harvesting the soybeans. And then I think what we're going to do is store them in the silo until the price goes up. Maybe we'll just store them until the price is not going down, because it's $848 right now, but by the time we're done harvesting, it'll probably be down to like $830 or $820. Maybe it's just not soybean season, who knows, but we'll work all that out later. Alright, so we did get GPS on the harvester, which is good, so we can just set it in a straight line and then watch it go. Let's attach the PTO real quick, and then we are off back to the farm once we connect the hoses. Alright, let's get this done. We can start harvesting the soybeans, and then we are hopefully going to get our bank account back up to where it was. So we just went from $50,000 at the start of the video down to $19,000 13 minutes in. So in 13 minutes we've wasted a lot of money. Well, we didn't waste, it's stuff that we need, but you know, in saving money, it's stuff that we can, you know, not have to lease in the future if we can save up to buy it. So it will be a means to an end, and then we won't have to worry about these extra expenses anymore. Okay, let's just set the GPS track. I think, do I have one for this, or did we use one for the other one? No, I think we're going to do this one. Here we go. Here we go. John Deere header. Alright, so we'll set the lines right at the edge, and then we will start harvesting the soybeans. Alright, we are off and on our way, hopefully back to profitability, and then, I don't know, we'll see. I'm pretty sure we're going to store the soybeans in the silo so that we don't lose any more money. Stay tuned. We're going to harvest up as much as we can, and we'll check back with you in just a few short minutes. Hang tight. Whew, okay, so this is the first full trailer load of soybeans that we have amassed from just a little over 3/4 of this first field here. Okay, so that is 31,000 liters, and the bad news is soybeans are going down faster than we thought. 796 per thousand. So from 848 to 796 in just a little over an hour. And that's pretty crazy. So we are going to not lose money anymore, and we are going to store these into the silo so that when the price goes back up, we can jump on that really quickly and then just sell our soybeans from there. All right, so it's a long drive back to the silo at 26 miles an hour, but it is what it is, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to dump these into the silo for safekeeping, finish harvesting the rest of the soybeans, and we'll check back with you in just a little while. Don't go anywhere. And here we go. This is the last of the soybeans from field number 11. We've already got quite a bit into the silo, and we'll give you that total once we get over there. I think there might not be enough room in the trailer for what's in the harvester right now, so we might have to come back and get 2 trips. But there we go. Soybeans are still at an all-time low, so we're not going to sell those anytime soon. Not until the price goes back up, because our bank account, I hate looking at it, at $19,000. So we're just going to wait until the price goes up a little bit, maybe until another farmer sells their soybeans. Who knows? Maybe we can piggyback that market price. But for now, I think we are done. We are not going to sell the soybeans today. Not until the price if the price can magically go up a few $100 per thousand, then that's when we'll sell it. But for now, we're just going to store it into our silo. We have ample room, so it's always a good idea to hold on to your crops and not sell out as fast, because you don't want to lose money. Because if I sell at 796 or whatever it is right now, tomorrow it's probably going to go up, because that's just my luck. So if we lose money today, we should probably wait until tomorrow or the next day for the price to go back up, because we got to play this smart. $19,000 isn't enough to buy any type of equipment that we need, so we need lots and lots of money. So there wasn't enough room in the harvest or in the trailer. We got to go back and grab that last little bit out of the harvester. Then we can start making plans to get that silage out of the bunker. We do have to lease 2 conveyor belts. We're going to need 1 conveyor belt to pull the silage up off the ground, and then another conveyor belt to load it into the trailer, because I was looking at them, and the one that pulls the silage off the ground isn't nearly tall enough to put the silage into the trailer. If it was, that would be great, but it's not, so we have to get 2 belts. So we're going to have to take the harvester and header back to the shop, because we no longer need that. We're going to keep the tractor and the trailer, and then yeah, so there we go. And then we'll put the silage into the trailer. So you can see there, that's how much soybeans we have, where we just a hair over 64,000 liters of soybeans. So if we do the math in our head, 796, or it's actually even lower now, but I'm too afraid to check. It's not going to be enough money to put our bank account back to where it should be. So we'll leave that right there. We're going to run back to the harvester, take that back to the shop, and then we'll grab some conveyor belts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, so we returned the harvester, and we've got our 2 conveyor belts leased. You can see that dinged us an extra $3,000. Now, the good news is we don't have to run all the way back to the shop, or back to the farm to get the tractor, because this conveyor belt can be pulled with the pickup truck. It's not that heavy. It's not that big. So there we go. So we can take that back to the farm, set it in place, and then we can grab the tractor and come back and grab that other conveyor belt. All right, so we're going to get these set up, and then we will start piling the silage into the trailer, and then trailer by trailer we're going to sell the silage. But we probably don't have enough time to go through everything today that we want to do. We don't have enough time to show you everything. So we're just going to get this set up, I think, and then we'll show you how this works, and then we'll go back and grab that other conveyor belt. Hang tight. And we're back with the second conveyor belt. So this is the one that's actually going to load it into the trailer. So it's got a telescopic boom that goes up and down, in and out, so that we can fit it into there. So now all we have to do is position this somewhere around right here. Now these conveyor belts, you can actually drive them. So we're going to unhook this, move the tractor out of the way, and then we can drive that smaller conveyor belt up to the silage. And then I think first we're going to move the trailer. Let's do that. There we go, because we're going to put the trailer right in front of the bunker. Just move that. There we go. We get everything set up here, so we can just hop into the conveyor belt, fold it up, and then start driving it. Maybe we're pushing it, I don't know. It goes a blistering 3 miles an hour. Maybe that's as fast as we can push it, who knows. So we're going to put this right here in front of the bunker. We're going to turn it on, and you'll see the silage fill up onto the belt. There we go. So now once we position the other belt underneath the other belt, then it'll automatically start feeding up into this belt, and then we can pull the tractor underneath it. And then once we're done that, all we have to do is wait. We just wait for the trailer to fill up and then sell it load by load. So what we're going to do in the meantime, while we are waiting for our silage to go, it'd be a good idea to reseed our fields. So I think we're going to plant some more soybeans and prepare for the next load to go in. And we'll be ready with the weeder, obviously. So there you go. You can see the silage going up, and it'll stay on that belt until the trailer trigger is underneath it, and then we'll automatically start filling up the trailer, and then we can just leave that there. We'll go back to the shop, lease another seeder, and then use the seed that's at the shop already to replant our fields. And now we have got some sort of a continuous operation going on here. You can see that's filling up nicely. There we go. So now all we have to do is wait. There's a few 100,000 liters of silage there to collect. So we're just going to let the conveyor belt do its job. We'll unhook this and head on back to the shop. And we are going to seed our fields. So you've already seen us do that before, so we're not really going to show you that. We're just going to head on over to the shop and grab a seeder. And then that is going to wrap things up here today on Uncle Ben's farm. Folks, don't forget, before you go, hit that subscribe button for me in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Drop a like on the video and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything. Remember, you're watching Farming Simulator 19, played on the PC. This is Uncle Ben's Farm, episode number 13. My name is JCTV, and this is me saying, hey, I'll see you later.